why you want to come to civil services.
Can you tell us about the revenue sources for Jammu and Kashmir?
What should we do with regards to improving our equation with the northeastern part of our country?
Is there any cultural difference between Ladakh and Kashmir Valley?
Name the very famous national park from Jammu and Kashmir.
May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Ritika,
Yes.
are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
You want this interview to be in Hindi or English?
Sir, both. I'm comfortable in both.
Achha, but you have opted for which medium?
English, sir.
English. So please introduce yourself to the board.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm Ritika Bhan. I belong to district Shopian, Kashmir. But I was born and brought up in Jammu city. I did my schooling from St. Xavier Convent School, Jammu. Thereafter, I did graduation and post-graduation in Zoology from Cluster University of Jammu, during which I appeared in Jammu and Kashmir Administrative Services exam, and fortunately I got into services. Sir, my hobbies include modeling, and I am also a volunteer at old age homes and migrant camps in my city.
Okay. So Ritika, you are already a serving officer
Yes, sir.
in Jammu and Kashmir
Yes, sir.
administration, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the profile?
Sir, I'm under training as
Okay.
an officer trainee right now.
Achha, and what will be your first posting as?
So, accounts officer.
Accounts officer.
Yes.
Okay. And you come from Jammu and Kashmir, but
Yes.
you have lived, like you were born in Kashmir, but you have lived in Jammu.
So, I was born in Jammu only.
In Jammu only?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then your schooling and all?
From Jammu only,
From
sir.
Jammu only.
Yes.
Acha, acha. ठीक है. So Ritika, why you are not interested to continue in Jammu or Jammu and Kashmir administration, and why you want to come to civil services?
Yes, sir. Sir, because UPSC was always my dream, sir, since class 12th. But I couldn't qualify it in my first two attempts, the prelims itself. Thereafter, I attempted for Jammu and Kashmir Administrative Services for a backup option, sir. This has always
Okay,
been.
so that's a backup option, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think Plan B sometimes makes our Plan A weaker?
No, sir. In fact, it strengthens Plan A because we have a backup to rely on to. I've always tried harder, but some circumstances were there that I couldn't qualify in the first two
Okay.
attempts.
Ritika, what's your opinion on the removal of Article 370 or the revocation of Article 370? As a resident of Jammu,
Yes, sir.
how do you feel about it?
Yes, sir. So, although there were allegations on the government that the Legislative Assembly was not there to take their opinion, but sir, I feel after the removal of Article 370, situation is now going on to normal in Kashmir, sir. As we saw, stone pelting incidents have almost come down to zero. Infrastructure development is taking place, sir. Like we saw in case of Zedmore Tunnel, which directly connects Sonamarg to Ladakh, to boost security in the area, sir. So it's in a right direction, as Supreme Court has also intervened in the issue.
Ritika, do you think there is like a difference of opinion if I put the same question to a person, say you are coming from Jammu?
Yes, sir.
If I put the same question to a person coming from Ladakh or from Kashmir, will I get the same answer that revocation of Article 370 has helped the matters, or I'll get a different answer?
So there are different perceptions in individuals, but sir, the youth, like I have batchmates also, they are of the same opinion, sir, almost.
That overall it has been
Overall,
a good thing.
yes. Yes.
Okay. So, Ritika, tell me, what was this Article 35A?
Yes, sir. Sir, Article 35A provided permanent residentship to the residents of Jammu and Kashmir. Like anybody else from the other parts of the country, they couldn't own land in Jammu and Kashmir. And there was also a provision that if any girl from Jammu Kashmir marries outside the state, then her inheritance to the rights, land rights, it will be abolished.
Okay. Now, there are two questions that I have.
Yes.
First of all, there has been a lot of criticism that now people from outside,
Yes.
that is from outside Jammu and Kashmir, they are going to come to Jammu and Kashmir and they are going to buy the land there and so on, and it will hamper the rights of the original inhabitants of the Jammu and Kashmir, right? And the other thing is about the women's rights.
Yes.
If a woman from Jammu and Kashmir, she marries a person from outside Jammu and Kashmir,
Yes.
and she loses all her rights in
Yes,
Jammu and Kashmir, is that fair or not? So
Sir,
these are the two questions you need to answer.
Sir, it's absolutely unfair, sir, because right to marry is a basic right, and the right to inherit property is again a basic right of every individual, be it male or female, sir. Then coming on to next question, sir.
That was about like people coming to Jammu and Kashmir and buying land, etc.
Yes, sir.
So will it hamper the locals?
No, sir, it will not hamper the locals. In fact, it will change the demography to some extent because it will boost secularism and diversity in the area, sir, I feel.
You said that it will also change the demography.
Yes.
In fact, that's a concern that people of Jammu and Kashmir are raising, that yes, people from outside will come and it will change the demography.
Yes,
But the way you are putting it, it seems to be a good thing. So how do you see it?
Sir, it is definitely a good thing because India is a secular, a democratic and, sir, a diverse country. So I think when the people outside Jammu and Kashmir, they will take land over there, they will live there, there will be a intermixing of different cultures. Like we used to live there, the Kashmiri Pandits, they used to live in Kashmir and there was intercultural brotherhood, sir, in that area.
Okay.
Yes.
Ritika, my final question for now is, you also do modeling, you told.
Yes, sir.
So are you still continuing with that?
No, sir.
Okay. But my question is that many young bureaucrats these days, what they do is they also have their social media handles, and sometimes they use whatever they do as civil servants or what is their duty, and they try to promote it on social media. How do you see it, whether it is right or wrong?
Sir, I think it's a personal choice, but sir, promoting something like red beacon cars or promoting your power or showing power on social media, it is not what the essence of services is actually, sir. I feel that the power should come when you work for the people, not when you show it to the media.
So the social media accounts, they should be allowed for bureaucrats or not?
So they should be allowed, but they should be regulated to some extent.
Okay, thank you.
Ritika,
Yes, sir.
you are a trainee account officer, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us about the revenue sources for Jammu and Kashmir?
Yes, sir. So we have tax sources like income tax, then sir, corporation tax, non-tax revenues like fines, etc. Then sir, we have excise tax and custom tax under GST only, which got subsumed under GST.
So can you tell us about the recommendation of 15th Finance Commission with respect to Jammu and Kashmir?
So specifically,
Any specific allocation?
sorry, sir, I'll read about it.
Right. It is often said that India has to spend a lot on Jammu and Kashmir, but the return from Jammu and Kashmir is not that much, right?
Yes, sir.
In terms of its contribution towards the central pool, right?
Yes, sir.
So how can you make sure that Jammu and Kashmir also contributes a lot?
Yes, sir.
Or how can you make sure that the financial viability of Jammu and Kashmir can be improved?
Yes, sir. Sir, Jammu and Kashmir has high potential for agriculture and horticulture, especially in the valley. So we have horticultural products like apples and saffron, sir, which is in demand all over the globe. So I feel, sir, creating agricultural clusters and export-oriented zones, it would help. Then number two, sir, unemployment is very high in Jammu and Kashmir. It is 6.2%, very high than the rest of the country, sir. I feel, sir, there should be industry and academic linkage so that employment is provided.
Right. Can you tell us about one or two symbols of cultural hegemony, cultural cohesiveness of Jammu and Kashmir?
Yes, sir. So like we have in dance form, sir, we have roof. In music, we have Vanwan, which is very special. Then, sir, in terms of ornaments, sir, we have Dejhur, which is worn by Kashmiri Pandit women, sir. And sir, in terms of cuisines, we have Vazwan, non-veg cuisine, and we have Damalu, Nadru Yakhni.
Right. My last question is that you are a model also. So, what will be your best communication to girls like you who are preparing for civil services from Jammu and Kashmir? Especially to the girls of Valley region who are considered to be slightly more traditional and conservative. So, what is your message to them?
Yes, sir. Sir, I will say that one should be balanced, one should be disciplined, one should persevere, and one should be a little bit bold also to break the shackles of patriarchy and to make a serious career in civil services, sir.
Fine. Thank you, Ritika.
Thank you.
Ritika, India has already taken strong steps in improving the governance structure of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir. Now it is a union territory.
Yes, sir.
So this was a contentious issue as far as India's federal structure, the governance structure is concerned since independence. Now we are moving towards a better future.
Yes.
Another problematic area in India's federal and governance structure is the northeastern part of our country.
Yes, sir.
So, can you briefly highlight the challenges that the northeastern states and people belonging to that area are facing?
Yes, sir. So, number one, illegal migration and influx of refugees. People feel that their rights are being encroached upon. Second, sir, the border issues, especially with China and recently like Nepal. And third one, sir, drug abuse from Thailand, Cambodia areas. And sir, I can recall these.
Okay, so if we were to draw a parallel
Yes.
in these two cases, so abrogation of Article 370 was a foundational step in
Yes, sir.
overcoming these problems that the state was facing earlier. What should we do with regards to improving our equation with the northeastern part of our country? Because see, the alienation among the common people there, as far as the remaining part of the country is concerned, it is still there. There is an element of alienation.
Yes, sir.
How do we overcome that?
Yes, sir. So, number one, awareness generation campaigns, sir, and rehabilitation efforts. For example, sir, Operation Sadbhavna in Jammu and Kashmir by the army. Then, second, sir, we should promote sports in northeastern states because they are really good in sports. And then, third, sir, we should improve infrastructure in terms of roads, in terms of health, in terms of education, and improve their literacy rate.
So, traditionally, the
Yes, sir.
government's approach in dealing with problems of insurgency, militancy has been of a kind wherein we request the militants and the insurgents to not resort to violent activities, and we offer them a negotiating ground.
Yes.
We make them sit with us on the same table and we try to agree to their terms and they'll agree to our terms. How constructive or fruitful this strategy has been?
Yes, sir. So, it has been constructive in the way that left-wing extremism in northeastern states have almost come down and it's declining day by day, sir. And so it's fruitful because some youngsters, they are brainwashed due to poverty and other issues, sir. So it is important so that we channelize them into better direction, sir.
Okay. One more question related to same field, since you mentioned that radicalization is because people are exposed to conditions like poverty and lack of literacy. Have you come across this term called white collar terrorism?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
So, the recent cases of Red Fort blast attack which happened, sir, in which doctors and educated people, they are involved in such incidents.
So, do you think that this defies our traditional notion that extremism is a result of n number of deprivation and deficiencies that people see in their lives?
So, not necessarily, but sometimes the brainwashed youth, they tend to do these activities because of their ideological mindset, which is prevalent because of the brainwashing by their peers also, sir.
Okay. Ritika, my last question to you. Currently, India is facing many security challenges. And one of the biggest challenges that we are facing currently is with regards to our cyberspace.
Yes, sir.
People get exposed to a plethora of misinformation and disinformation. So what steps have been taken by government agencies to counter to this problem?
Yes, sir. So, government has started Cyber Swachhta Kendra in order to eliminate such cases. And so, under Bharati Nyaya Sanhita also, government has criminalized the offences against women in terms of e-violence. Sir, I can recall only this.
Okay. Do you think that the provisions of DPDP Act and the data privacy rules that were recently introduced will also play an important role in this
Yes,
regard?
sir.
How?
Yes, sir.
Any particular provision that you would like to quote?
So, like in this case, the data principals and the data fiduciaries, they have been held responsible in this regard that such information or the private information of the individual, it should not be leaked, otherwise they will be held accountable for.
Is right to privacy a fundamental right?
Yes, sir.
Which article?
Article 21, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Ritika.
Hello, ma'am.
Should Ladakh be included in the 6th schedule?
Ma'am, currently it should not be included because it will lead to Pandora's box of demands, and especially what the violence which took place in Ladakh, ma'am. I think the demands are genuine because they don't have their own PSC, they don't have their own high court. If they are a different UT, these demands should be fulfilled, ma'am, rather than providing a 6th schedule completely.
So, as a civil servant, let's say if you're posted in that area, how will you manage all these protests or the demands? How will you convince the mob that okay, let's do this thing and not really give you the 6th schedule status because they are very sensitive towards that issue?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I feel the people of Ladakh, they are very sweet because I've worked with them. Ma'am, I will make use of my emotional persuasion and empathetic attitude to persuade them that they are also a part of our nation, and I will listen to their demands, and ma'am, I will try to make a balanced solution to the problem. Like as I mentioned, I will try to provide them their different public service commission so that their recruitments are made through it. Then a high court demand is very genuine, ma'am. And I will also make sure that a different hill development authority is established in that area so that they can raise their demands through that.
Okay, so kind of a middle ground.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there any cultural difference between Ladakh and Kashmir Valley?
Yes, ma'am. Kashmir, they have their different cultures, ma'am, in terms of dance or in terms of music, if we talk about that, and in terms of cuisine also. Ladakh is a very different community and they have their different culture.
Okay. Very recently and very frequently, actually, we have seen instances of internet shutdown in Jammu Kashmir.
Yes.
Temporary internet shutdown. Yes. Can you justify that move of the government?
Yes, ma'am, because it becomes very important for security grounds to maintain law and order in the area, ma'am. Especially when there are some issues, like it happened in 2019, and it was the largest shutdown in the democracy. But ma'am, I feel it should only be done when it is very necessary on the cost-benefit approach.
But is that not a violation for our rights,
yes,
for the citizens' rights?
Yes, ma'am, it is definitely a violation, ma'am. So a balance should be ensured that it is only done when it is very necessary, otherwise it should be avoided.
All right. You also mentioned that the connectivity is improving in the area. But despite that, why don't we see a lot of industrial growth? You also mentioned there's not a lot of industrial growth. So why is that?
Ma'am, because MNCs, they are not moving to the Kashmir Valley due to security reasons. We have to convince them, like we did by establishing G20, conducting G20 in Srinagar, ma'am. So they are coming, industries are establishing, but at a slower pace, ma'am.
Okay. Any particular industries that have been established recently?
Yes, ma'am. Ambani and Adani, they are developing hotels in Pahalgam.
Okay. All right. What is Jammu Kashmir's contribution to India's GDP?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not exactly sure. I'll read about it.
No problem. Any civic issues in your city? Most prominent civic issues?
Yes, ma'am. Number one, health. Because health infrastructure is not good in Jammu city, ma'am, which we saw in COVID-19 also. PG seats are not there. MBBS students, they are not getting the PG seats. Then number two, ma'am, pollution in the city. It's not at par like Delhi pollution, but still, ma'am, and traffic congestion is now going on. Like we saw in case of Jammu and Kashmir floods, which recently came last year.
Okay. Okay. As a student of zoology, do you think biodiversity is higher in the mountainous regions?
Ma'am, as far as I remember, biodiversity is high in the tropical regions, ma'am.
Okay. Not in the mountainous regions?
There also, it is high.
They are comparatively
also,
higher in the tropical
regions.
Right. Are you aware that the Strait of Hormuz, the controversy recently around the Strait of Hormuz, but very recently, Hormuz Lake has turned red?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not aware of.
Where is Strait of Hormuz?
Ma'am, I can't exactly remember.
No problem. Can you recall the strategic significance of that strait?
Ma'am, for trade, it helps.
Any particular kind of trade?
Sorry, ma'am.
It's okay. What do we understand by asymmetric federalism?
Ma'am, asymmetric federalism is a kind of federalism where there is strong center, and there is not equal division of powers between center and states.
All right. Is that something that we see in India?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. My last question to you is around the labor laws, the recent labor laws.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me the difference between floor wage and minimum wage?
Sorry, ma'am. I'll read about it. I'm
No
not
problem.
sure.
Thank you.
Hi, Ritika.
No, ma'am.
You've been a student of zoology. What is metamorphosis?
Ma'am, metamorphosis is a process by which a larva undergoes changes to transform into adult. For
Okay.
example, in case of frog.
So, do you think we can have this metamorphic kind of a thinking in governance? Do you think we can adopt something of that sort? Something that is transformatory?
Yes, ma'am, we can. For example, in case of judicial reforms, ma'am, we have moved to e-courts.
Okay, okay. So you talked about, ma'am just asked you about biodiversity. So name the very famous national park from Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Dachigam National Park, which is in Srinagar. Then, ma'am, Hirpura Wildlife Sanctuary. Sorry, ma'am, it's a wildlife sanctuary.
Okay, no problem.
Then Kishtwar National Park, ma'am.
Okay. So what is Dachigam famous for?
Ma'am, snow leopards, Hangul.
Okay. And what river flows through Dachigam?
Ma'am, I know it, but I cannot recall it at the moment.
Okay. Tell me, when was it notified as a national park?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not sure.
No problem. You've also you've volunteered
Yes,
at
ma'am.
old age
Yes, ma'am.
camps, right? So, what is the legal definition of senior citizens in India?
Ma'am, Maintenance of Parents and Senior Citizens Act 2007. It recognizes, I think, I'm not exactly sure about the age bracket.
Okay, no problem. Okay, fine. According to the act that you just named, so can you tell me like a couple of key provisions of the act?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it provides that if children cannot take care of their parents, they can be even sued in the court, and it is their moral responsibility to care for the parents, be it financial care or be it emotional care, and if they can't provide it, they can be removed from the property of the parents also.
Then why is there a rise in old age homes?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, because parents, they don't get dignified treatment at their homes, ma'am. And children have to move abroad for their career. So they are left alone in the home, which I mentioned, like
Yes, you.
emptiness syndrome is increasing.
Okay. What is silver economy?
Silver economy refers to the activities, ma'am, which can be undertaken by the old age people, ma'am.
Okay.
Jobs which they can take up and contribute to economy.
All right. So your birthday is on the 3rd of December. Are you aware of the significance of that day? There are a couple of pretty important events.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, as far as I remember, International Day of Persons with Disabilities.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, it is. And on the same day, ma'am, in 1984, Bhopal gas tragedy happened in India.
All right. So tell me, now that we are talking about the disaster and the tragedy, what do you understand by the term localization in disaster management?
Localization, ma'am? Ma'am, exactly, I'm not sure.
Okay, no worries. Let's consider a disaster-based case study.
Yes, ma'am.
So suppose a disaster has struck and you're stuck with persons with disabilities, adults, older persons, migrants, women and children. What will be the order of priority in your evacuation?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, person with disabilities, because they can't move on their own. Then old age people. Then, ma'am, children. Ma'am, I forgot the list.
Okay, never mind. Since you've also worked at refugee camps.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, who are the world's first climate refugees, climate migrants? Recently in news. Not aware?
Sorry, ma'am, I'll read
Okay.
about.
You are a Gen Z, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So these days we've noticed that Gen Zs talk a lot about, they lay a lot of emphasis on mental health.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you think that is a positive development, or do you sense some sort of an escapism there, that everything is blamed on mental health or lack of it?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, mental health is seriously an issue, especially in Gen Z, because, ma'am, now career pressure is very high compared to the previous generations, ma'am. And, ma'am, in the pressure among the peers is high. Drug abuse is there, ma'am. and there is a blast of information which is causing mental health disorders in the kids, ma'am. But I feel that if we resort to spiritualism and yoga, etc., it can be escaped and it can be avoided, ma'am.
Okay, my final question to you is, are you more of an empathetic person or a compassionate person?
Ma'am, I'm both, but I'm more of a compassionate person because I try to help them.
Okay, thank you, Ritika.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ritika, recently India did one Operation Sagar Bandhu.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me where did India do it and for what?
Yes, sir. Sir, in Sri Lanka,
Yes, you are right.
due to the recent cyclone over there.
What was the name of that cyclone?
Ditwa, sir.
Ditwa. And which country had named the cyclone?
Sir, I'm not sure about.
You're not sure? Okay, fine. Ritika, my final question to you. You come from Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes.
So recently President Putin had come to India
Yes, sir.
and Prime Minister Modi gifted him few things, right, which are cultural items of India. So what was the item from Kashmir which was gifted to him?
Sir, I read about it, but exactly I'm not
Okay,
sure.
what is Jaffran?
Sorry, sir.
What is Jaffran?
Jaffran, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I'll read about it.
Okay. Okay, Ritika, your interview is over. You can go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. May I come in, sir?
Yes. Please take your seat, Ritika.
Thank you, sir.
So this is which attempt and which interview?
Sir, first interview and third attempt.
First interview and third attempt. And you got through into the J&K services last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Ritika, how was your experience today?
Sir, I was underprepared,
Okay.
I think.
When is
I
your
was
interview, by the way?
19 Jans.
And in Jan, so you have time.
Yes, sir.
And any areas you could identify where you could have given better answer or like...
Sir, in case of zoology, some facts.
Okay. See, Ritika, our overall perception is that you are a very good candidate, right? You are already in services, so that's a big plus. But yes, it comes with some baggage also. Even though you are a trainee, but
Yes.
when you will say that, okay, you have been selected for this particular position, so there will be some expectation in the board that you will know something little more than the average candidate,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So you have to be prepared on that, okay? Wherever you don't know, just admit it.
Yes,
If
sir.
it's a factual question, but if it's opinion based question, then yes, you have to give an opinion, okay, and that should be logical and based on some evidence, right? So one thing we would suggest that prepare your DAF very well. Everything that you have written in the DAF,
Okay,
it needs
sir.
to be very well prepared, okay? And while using terms like demography, be very clear that you are conveying the exact thing which you want to convey, right?
Yes, sir.
Because generally when we say that, okay, demography will be changed, so it is always in the negative sense mostly, right? But you gave it a spin that yes, it can be positive also, which is fine.
Yes.
Okay. And we can talk about national integration and mainstreaming of even the people of Jammu and Kashmir. That is all right. So if you have sound logic, then it is all right. Okay? But be careful. Okay. Then the current affairs related with Jammu and Kashmir, right? That also you should prepare. And overall, you have a pleasing personality. Right, there was a question asked on the GDP also of Jammu and Kashmir, so you should be well prepared on that. And revenue sources were asked, so because you are like in the accounts, you are going to be an accounts officer,
Yes, sir.
right? So go through that area, right? Even though you are just an officer trainee, but still get whatever information you can collect.
Yes.
So that will be helpful. Because your background is geology, so be prepared on Dachigam and things like that, where you can be asked about zoonotic diseases, about various other aspects related to it. Okay. And other things are very well in order, Ritika. So overall, we find that you should get through with very good score. So the only thing is prepare well. Okay. Do you have any questions?
So, ma'am, sari.
I think it looks all right. Even the blazer length, I think, is apt. And the hairdo is perfectly fine.
Okay, sir.
You're
Okay,
planning to
ma'am.
wear the same one?
Sorry,
You're
ma'am.
planning to wear the same sari?
Yes, ma'am.
That's fine.
Okay, Ritika.
Yes.
So we wish you all
Sir,
the very best.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I got some comments that I'm very immature.
No, like see, a little bit of bubbliness and no, like the Gen Z attitude that you are carrying, it's all right. I don't think we did not find it objectionable at all. Otherwise, we would have mentioned it. So, see, the thing with you is like, and it can work both ways.
Yes, sir.
With you, I think it is on the positive side only. So, do not overdo it, but the way you are presenting yourself, it's perfectly fine.
Yes, sir.
So,
So-
don't be conscious about it.
So what about the score? Like,
I think you should get a very good score, though we don't give a score as such. But I think expect a really good score. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The only caveat is no wrong answers, no guessing.
Yes,
If
sir.
you have to guess, then always seek permission before doing it. Right. If you maintain that, a decent score, like which can be in the range of 180 and more than 180, is assured.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all the
Yes,
best.
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.